Shanti class. Today we are going to do revisiting irrational numbers. In earlier classes, we have learned about irrational numbers and also about their various properties. We have also learned about their existence and their representation on the number line. Now, in fact, a number is called irrational if it cannot be expressed in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. Once more, right? Now, a number is called an irrational if it cannot be expressed in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. For example, root 2, root 5, root 3, pi, 0.20, 200, 2 triple zeros, etc. are irrational number. Now, in this section, we will prove that root 2, root 3, root 5 are in journal and in journal that root P is irrational, where P is a prime number. Now, theorem, let P be a prime number. If P divides A square, then P divides A, where A is a positive integer. Proof. Let the prime factorization of A be as follows. A is equals to P1, P2, so on till Pn, where P1, P2 dash Pn are prime, not necessarily distinct. As I've told you, A is equals to P1 into P2, Pn, where P1, P2, so till Pn are primes, not necessarily distinct. Therefore, A square. What will be A square? P1, P2 into Pn. Again, multiply again with that only. P1, P2. It's a square. So, I am squaring both the side. So, what is A square equals to? It will be equals to P1 square into P2 square into right till Pn square. Clear? Now we are given that P divides A square. Therefore, from the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, it follows that P is one of the prime factor of A square. However, using the uniqueness part of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we realize that only prime factors of A square are P1 dash P2 so on till Pn. So P is one of P1, P2 so on till Pn. Now, since A is equals to P1 into P2 Pn, hence P divides A. Proved. I think it is clear. Now I will tell you how to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, then in your notebook you will prove root 3, root 5, root 7 same way, or you can prove root 3 and root 5 in your notebook. Okay, prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Let us assume to the contrary that root 2 is a rational number. Then there exist positive integer a and b such that root 2 is equals to a upon b, where a and b are integers having no common factors other than 1, where a and b are integers having no common factors other than 1. What does it mean? That a and b are co-prime. And when are the two numbers co-prime? When they have factors only 1 and b is not equals to 0. So it implies that 2 is equals to, squaring both the side, 2 is equals to a square upon b square, right? So what are we doing? We are squaring both sides. So a square is equals to 2b square. Clear? So what does it imply? It 2 divides a square. Okay. So it means 2 divides a. So 2 is a factor of a. Let a be equals to 2c for some integer c. Now let's take a square equals to 2b square equals to the, like let that be 1, equation 1. Now we know let a be equals to 2c for some integer c. Then from 1 we get, now in place of a you put 2c. So it will be 4c square equals to 2b square. And what does it mean? It means that 2c square is equals to b square. So it implies 2 divides b square. It means that 2 divides b. That means 2 is a factor of b. It means 2 is a common factor of a and b. This contradicts the assumption, as there is no common factor of a and b other than 1. Thus, root 2 is not rational. We have assumed this now, that root 2 is rational. So, after proving it, we come to know that 2 is not a rational. Hence, root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, class? Now, in your notebook, you will prove it that root 3 is an irrational for root, you prove it root 3 and root 5 are irrational number. The same way I have proved root 2 for you. Okay? Thank you, class.